I still remember my first taste of my dad's beer. In my childish imagination, it had to be a sweet and wonderful drink. But the truth was a complete shock. It was bitter, sharp, and the strong smell made me frown. I asked myself why adults could love such a strange liquid. That moment created a strong dislike in me. After that, I carried a feeling of hate and avoided alcohol completely. Life, however, pushed me into new situations. In many cases, knowing how to drink seemed like a part of becoming an adult. Social events and friend groups often included it. I felt a quiet pressure to join in, to not feel left out from the crowd. My first real drink happened at a party with friends. I said no at first, but then I picked up the glass. I was afraid they would think I was not fun. I feared being separated from the group. The taste was still as bad as I remembered from childhood. But this time, a different feeling started to mix in. After a few glasses, a strange new feeling arrived. I found myself talking more and acting bolder. The usual shyness and social barriers seemed to melt away. I could share secret stories and laugh more freely. It felt like a form of instant liberation, a fake but powerful sense of freedom. From a place of hate, I sometimes found myself missing that feeling. It became an easy escape during tough times. When I felt sad, had heartbreak, or faced work stress, alcohol became a quick painkiller. The idea of drinking to forget, to reset the next day, pulled me in more often. Slowly, it turned into a regular habit. Good food needed a few drinks. Trouble sleeping meant a drink to help. But have you ever drunk until you lost control? I did things I later regretted when I woke up. It was a scary feeling, realizing the power it had over my actions. I noticed a big difference in drinking cultures. There is drinking to connect, and drinking to prove yourself. In some gatherings, a beer can be a bridge for stories. But forced drinking and challenges turn it into a test of courage. The goal shifts from joy to simply not losing face. I realized alcohol itself is not bad. The problem is how we use it. Using it as a tool to run from reality is harmful. Using it to prove your personal value is wrong. Many people drink daily because they lack other ways to cope with life's difficulties. This was a key lesson for me. True maturity is not about how much you can drink. It is about the choices you make. I learned to change my thinking. Now, I am careful about who I choose to drink with. I look for gentle meetings with close friends. In these moments, a drink is a way to understand each other better. More importantly, I learned to choose when to drink and when to stop. Knowing how to politely refuse a forced drink is a real skill. Stopping when you have had enough is true strength. This self-control feels much better than any fake confidence from alcohol. My journey with alcohol has been long. It went from hate to dependence, and finally to balance. I see it now like a friend. You must have limits with friends. You need to know when to be close and when to keep a healthy distance. This balance is the real goal. So, have you found your own balance yet? It is a personal journey for everyone. The important thing is to think about your relationship with it. Ask yourself if it adds to your life or controls it. True freedom comes from making conscious choices, not from a bottle. The real change began after a particularly bad night. I woke up feeling terrible, both physically and mentally. I had said things I did not mean and hurt a friend's feelings. In that moment of clarity, I saw the pattern clearly. I was using alcohol as a crutch, not a choice. It was time to take back control of my life and my actions. I started small, setting clear rules for myself. No drinking when feeling sad or stressed. No drinking alone at home just to pass time. I began to find other activities to relax. Reading, walking, or simply calling a friend to talk. These small steps helped break the automatic habit of reaching for a drink. It was not easy at first. Social situations were the hardest. Friends would offer drinks and ask why I was refusing. I learned to smile and say a simple "no thank you." I explained I was just taking care of my health. True friends respected my decision without pressure. This support made the journey much easier. Over time, I discovered the joy of being fully present. Conversations became deeper and more meaningful. I remembered every moment of my evenings out. Waking up clear-headed became a new pleasure. I realized I had not lost anything by drinking less. In fact, I had gained so much more control and true enjoyment. Now, my relationship with alcohol is completely different. I might have a drink occasionally, but it is a conscious choice. I enjoy the taste of a good drink in a nice setting. The key difference is that it no longer controls me. I can take it or leave it without any struggle. This feeling of freedom is truly powerful and liberating. I also understand others better now. I do not judge people who choose to drink. Everyone has their own journey and their own reasons. But I also do not feel pressured to follow them. I found my balance, and that is what matters most. It is about living in a way that feels right for you. My story is not about giving up alcohol completely. It is about building a healthy relationship with it. It is about recognizing its power and choosing not to be ruled by it. This journey taught me a lot about self-awareness and personal strength. These lessons apply to many other areas of life beyond just drinking. So, I ask you again to think about your own path. Are you in control, or is something else controlling you? Finding your balance is a personal and powerful achievement. It is a continuous process of making better choices. Remember, true strength lies in knowing your limits and respecting them.